myself in a trap or anything. No, nothing like that. But I'm afraid of joining the 330 club. You know what that is? The 330 club. That's everybody who's been caught by a 330 conibear trap. That thing could break your arm. Speaking of mistakes that trappers can make, I audited a few trapper friends about what they think is the biggest mistake. I'm definitely guilty of the one that came out on top. And probably every trapper is, because it's so easy to make this mistake when you start. Not bedding your trap solidly. Hey, talk to me in the comments if anybody has a bigger one. It seems like not having your trap solid is the biggest mistake any trapper can make. Yeah, so what mistake haven't I made trapping? It's so easy to make mistakes. Definitely. Always learning, always learning. But you know, the mistake I made this time is I set my bobcat traps too early. So it's all about, you know, how we can use the animal. And I do have a taxidermy channel where I can sell to, but only if I really get a big cat. And otherwise, bobcat fur is not priming until about a month from now. Even though the seasons start early, that doesn't mean it's always the best time. So I only have the 2 cubbies set. I got a raccoon and one. I haven't gotten any bobcats, so that's kind of cool. If they're still roaming around, then I can get them when they're prime. I'm just gonna trip those traps off. Always making mistakes and always learning from them. Hopefully they're not like dangerous mistakes or anything, but it was good to get those cubbies made. They're gonna be ready, and you know, there might be a hidden benefit to this. I'm gonna leave the bait, I'm gonna leave the pheasants, and you know what? If a bobcat comes and gets treated, great. They're gonna get comfortable with that spot. Next time they come back, the traps will be ready. Are you a morning person? Often us trappers need to be. So it's also hard because we're often up late too if you get some catch and you're trying to do your skinning and scraping. But right now what I'm trying to do for this year is at least skin animals as soon as I catch them. It's easier when they're nice and warm and quick, and just put those in the freezer, and then I'll have some nights for doing some scraping. We're checking the fisher boxes right now in the dark. See if we got anything. What'd you find there, Willie? Anything good? Nothing good yet, huh? Okay. Well, so far it's a big old goose egg on the fisher boxes. And at this place here, I see that there's a bow hunter in the woods. I hate screwing somebody up, but I gotta check my traps every 24 hours, so I tried to tiptoe in, and hopefully I didn't disturb them too much. But it is like 65 degrees out. It's probably gonna be 80 again today, and it's November 1st. Hey everybody, I gotta talk quiet because I'm at my club checking the fisher traps, but I know there is a bow hunter out here. And unfortunately, on our map, I don't know where he is. So, anyways, we got something. It's not a fisher, but this is what I was telling you. You can get coons in these. I'm surprised this guy got his head all the way in there. But I guess that goes to show the beaver meat's working. And it's still in there, so we're just gonna reset this one. The thing is, I only have 4 fisher boxes. So what I'm gonna do now, footholds and some water sets. My old buddy John taught me these water sets. learning from your mistakes that counts. And there's something I know I don't lack, and that's trying hard. I'm trying hard. I'm always thinking about it. It's a bit of an obsession, maybe a sickness, trapper's sickness. Fisher sets, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to get raccoons in, but right now I'm not on a spring, but I'm just in a mucky spot on the side of a stream. My risk here is the water level changing. This scent stick we want to have low because we don't want something standing on the shore and can have their head up and smell it up here. We want them to put their nose down and step right in the trap. But the risk is the water level goes up and then floods my scent stick. But right now we don't have rain until Monday, and it's Saturday morning, so we got a couple nights with this, and we shall see how these go. But I'm catching raccoons right now. It's just a hair early. I was going to wait about 4 more days, but I really got to get these out and see if we can get some fisher. I'll have to have the pan up on top. Try to hide the trap with some leaves. Hopefully it's not too much to make something slip out. Got to try to make it look kind of dry all around this. Burying my cable. I'm cabled off to a log out there. That shouldn't matter much. So I'm just going to get some dry moss to put on there. It shouldn't impede the trap too much, and it shouldn't go anywhere. So there's the set. Not going to mess around with it too much. Trying to just put a few drops of skunk essence in my scent stick, which is just a piece of maple that I drilled a hole in. Really don't want much. Wash that off and tighten it up. Holy cow, did that smell. So that's the set down in there, right along this creek here. And I put my sunfish rotting area scent can up there. And this is woods along the edge of a field. And we know fisher like to work edges. It's Sunday morning and Willie and I are, hey Willie, we're getting ready to go, right? He's always checking out the fur shed floor. It's always got exciting things on it. Right up there is where I had the beaver meat thawing, so he loves that. So I actually cut this beaver meat for making my own trapline bait. I put it on my website last year. I have something I call Bud's Trapline Buffet. It's great to use beaver meat for that predator bait. But I am going to freshen my fisher sets with this meat, just a little bit in each, since those legs and quarters and stuff I have in those boxes are now out for a while and they've been on some very warm days. So we're gonna better our chances by getting a little fresh meat out. And also I've decided after I made those Fisher sets, the water sets, that I'd like to try to keep the coon out of them. So I got some predator control group coon collector, and I got my catfish, it's upside down here, but this is the catfish food. Works better than dog food because it's very waterproof, so it doesn't like explode. And I'm just spraying some coon collector in here, which is very fruity. I forget, it's like anise or something. Anyways, squirting some in there. We'll shake it up in the bag, and this is going to bring the coons in, and I'll strategically put these around my Fisher sets to try to keep the coons out. My new DP set up with the cables, and my Fisher set is right over there, so I'm going to try to cut the raccoons off over here. Cable to the tree, and right in the middle of the trail. Make them reach down in there, and a little bit around the sides is fine, because that's going to help attract them in. This stuff smells like candy. And then to protect that so the mice don't get it, just a golf ball that's wrapped in foil. It helps it stay on there, and that gives some eye appeal too. They're going to be like, what is this? Raccoons are always in the garbage. And I got another one right down here, so they're on either side of the Fisher set. I can edit a lot and just make it look like I'm catching everything all the time and never see empty traps, but I'd rather just make it real for you. But I would like to get a catch on each video, some sort of catch. So let's look at what we got today. Can you believe this? We got a rat, not a muskrat, a rat. And that is the foothold set for Fisher. And that is the skunk essence stick that we set yesterday. Isn't that crazy? Well, that goes to show you that even with the debris on the trap, we got a nice back foot catch. And nothing goes to waste here, so we're gonna use this rat in one of our hay sets for fox this season. The beaver meat in my Fisher sets has been out here for a week. Looks like we got a little bit of mouse activity or rat activity. We got one of those rats out of there now. Put a little fresh beaver meat in here and better our chances for getting a Fisher. So I'm just gonna try to poke it in underneath the trap and not trip it off here. Yeah, that's good. Geez, in the water set, I got a gray squirrel. That's crazy. At least the traps are working, but he clogged it up from any Fisher coming by. Yeah, there's I think it's a 4-pointer right near my buddy's deer stand. Small buck. Dog-proof traps now for coons, mainly because I want to keep them out of my early bobcat sets and canine sets. So take the population down a little bit. Worked over here. Well, this DP strikes again. Look at the fur on that guy. Boy, he is fluffy. Or she. We'll find out. You know what's cool about this? This is the same DP that hit yesterday. And I don't know if we can see it from here, but way down there, you see my golf ball, the shiny thing in the middle there? That is one that's right on the edge of the water that I thought would do really well. But it's this one that's hitting every day. So, cool. We'll take care of him, and this is the first check this morning. Good morning. So got that nice raccoon this morning, but I still have a goose egg on my Fisher sets. But you know what? Trappers are positive people. We have to be. Coming out here in the woods and on the trap line is such a positive feeling. Sometimes it's frustrating because you feel like you're just not doing something right. But, you know, that's the challenge of it all. And in the end, each trapper figures out his or her way to harvest fur. and that's what I'm doing. So super fun. I think we'll end this one here, but I have some ideas on changing up my fisher game a little. I have like a month left to try to get at least a fisher, maybe more. So hang in there with me. Subscribe, like, make some comments. Hey, as I always say, I'm not a pro here. I'm just sharing what I'm learning and happy to do it. I hope it helps you. I hope it's entertaining. Remember, trappers snore. Sustainable, natural, organic, and renewable resource. Catch you on the next one.